Hey guys, thanks for tuning on in for another Get Ready With Me featuring the subscription boxes that I am currently subscribed to this month. If you'd like to see how I use products from a few subscription boxes, including Sephora Play, Ipsy Glam bag, Morpheme by Liveglam, and Boxycharm to create my look, then stick around. Alright guys, thanks for tuning on in to today's video. I've got a ton of products that I'm going to be using across these 4 subscription boxes for you all. I had full makeup on before this and I decided to incorporate some of these skincare products by taking my makeup off and then redoing it for the video, which works out perfectly because I had some stuff going on this morning and now I'm going out to dinner later on today, so I'll basically be getting ready for that. So I'll go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on the products that I use to take off my makeup, give myself a good bait to put on my next look for the evening, and then we can jump on into today's look. Alright, so I used a few products. I'm actually surprised at how many skincare products I got to use because I normally don't. I normally am like, I'm just waking up or I haven't worn any makeup yet, and so it just gives me a chance to do a fresh face, so I usually never use any of this stuff. But I will link past Get Ready With Me just so you can see how this works, as well as throughout this video I'll have cards for each month as well as links down below and descriptions, links for all the products that I use just for this video. So check out my in-depth reviews on each of those boxes. Again, links, cards, everything will be provided. You can also just search on my channel to see all of that, but the products that I use for this video will be right there in case you want to look at them. So for prepping my skin for my look, I used a few things. I started off with this Too Faced Mascara Melt Off. It's a cleansing oil for waterproof mascara. I don't know, y'all. This video is going to be a little bit longer because I usually don't give initial reactions to stuff, but I'm going to tell you straight off, like, I don't know if anyone really needs this. This is what it looks like. It's basically a knob that you, like, you know, as if you're putting on mascara, just kind of run through your lashes. When I did it, I wanted to see if any of the mascara transferred onto the stick, and of course it does. So right off the bat, I don't think it's the most hygienic thing. This smells like coconut oil. I would just use coconut oil. I don't think this is worth purchasing. You're supposed to leave it on for 60 seconds before wiping it off, and some of it got in my eye because you're basically just moving around and being a human being during that minute, and it's possible for stuff to transfer. So I don't recommend this, but if you are looking for a dissolver and something's, you know, you've tried stuff and your waterproof mascara is not coming off, maybe pick this up, but I won't be reaching for this again. And now that I've used it, I can't even give it to somebody else. It's just completely unnecessary. I don't know what the ingredients are, but I wouldn't be surprised if it had coconut oil in it because that's what it smells like. So that's the first thing I used. I then followed up with this First Aid Beauty Skin Rescue Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. I used a wipe to take off my makeup because this doesn't claim to remove makeup, and I wasn't going to put that to the test. So the consistency of it is interesting. It's not what I thought it would be. It's like kind of like liquidy. Sorry, this might not show up on camera, but it's like kind of like liquidy, kind of like a bubble bath consistency almost. And I was expecting more of a clay formula. Overall, I did like it. I've only used it once. It felt like it was getting stuff out of my skin, kind of like when you use a really dry cleanser and you feel squeaky clean. I didn't feel exactly squeaky clean. It wasn't that harsh, but it definitely felt like I had cleaned my face. So if you like something that feels a little more hydrating, not sure if you'll like this. Your skin definitely feels like it's getting stuff out of it, but it is allergy tested. It's hypoallergenic. It does say it's safe for sensitive skin, but there's a difference between being okay for sensitive skin and like leaving that soft, supple feeling. This will not give you that. I got 2 more skincare products that I use. This is by A True. It's a spring green tea watery calming cream. It's black tea water. Concentration is 70%, and their tagline is heritage from France, rediscovered in Korea. I really like this. Sorry, you guys might have a hard time seeing it. Yeah, there you go. I really enjoy this. It just felt so like feminine almost. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just nice and light and ladylike. You can definitely smell that tea aspect to it, and it felt quite lovely on the skin. For the sake of the video, I also use this Glam Glow Volcasmic Matte Glow Moisturizer. It does just that. It's very, I feel matte. This gives me the same look and feel as if I was using the Blur Stick by Milk, which I have. I'll link my video for my Milk One Brand tutorial that Get Ready With Me. It definitely gives that blurring effect. Now, because I did use it with this, which is supposed to be hydrating, I don't feel as matte as I could feel, but it definitely feels more matte than if I had just put this on. So if you do have sensitive skin, Glam Glow can be a little hit or miss. It's been hit or miss for me in the past, and I do have sensitive skin. I don't think the most sensitive, but this I am excited about. I am looking for a matte moisturizer just to layer under my makeup if I have like something I'm going to, or it's hot out and I don't want my makeup to melt off. Like, it's always good to have one. I do sense a little bit of like dewy radiance on the skin, and sometimes when you use matte products, they can just like dry you the F out, and I don't think this will end up doing that. So if you do use this and you've used the full size, comment down below and let us know what your experiences are. I'm sure other viewers would love to hear them. So those are the skincare products that I use for this month. Let's go ahead and jump on in for the actual face routine. I'm going to figure out how to edit this so I'm not wasting y'all's time. If there's another style that you'd like to see, let me know. I can play around with how I film these videos so you get the most out of them. I'm here to do this stuff for you guys, so just any suggestions that you have, comment down below. All right, let's jump on in. So this is for my primer today. It is the MAC Pep and Prime Skin Base Visage. Across all of my subscription products, I usually don't get any sort of complexion product. Sometimes I'll get a primer every now and then, but this is mattifying as well. Since I do have a dinner to go to later, I don't want to be outside gross and all that stuff. So I'll go ahead and apply this, then I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that is applied, I'm going to go in with my tried and true Sephora 10-hour foundation. I love this. I have a review on it. I will link it for you guys. I'm trying to see if I can use any of these brushes. This crown brush looks like it might be okay for foundation. I didn't particularly get a brush that is specifically for foundation in my subscription boxes. I did get a ton of brushes though, so I should be able to use most of them. For sake of video, I'm gonna try it with this brush, and hopefully this works out okay. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to finish buffing this out, but if you watched my video, my Ipsy bag video, I was not a huge fan of how like top heavy this is. Like, if I hold it up, it's just going to like fall back down. It's so top heavy, and it feels like this is made out of air. And then it's also got this groove that's super close to the ferrule of this brush. Now that I'm using it, I can see why it's that way. Because the brush is so heavy, you won't get much from using it back here. You really almost got to choke up on the ferrule to get good use out of it. So I'm going to finish buffing this out, and then I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so I'm also going to use this to do my concealer, which I think I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Dark. Just off the bat, as much as I don't like this brush, it was smart of Crown to go ahead and put these grooves in. Since it is so top heavy, they know you're going to be holding it this close anyway, so might as well make it comfortable. These bristles feel really hard on the skin. I thoroughly do not enjoy using this brush, but for sake of video, I'll speed through me using my concealer. Alright, so that's the concealer. I don't like this brush. I don't know if any other Crown brushes are better than this, but I don't care for this one. I'm going to go ahead and set all of this under my eyes with the Moda pointed brush that I got. I'm going to save this for all over contour, my Morpheme brush. So let me go ahead and set this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so that didn't take long. So this is my first time using any sort of Moda brushes. This was their pointed blush brush, the BMX 130. So it's kind of got like this little bit of an angle to it now that I'm using it. I think in the packaging though, it was more like straight up, but it's definitely got this little like slope to it. I enjoy, if you guys can see how it's laying on the skin, like that's quite nice, laying that powder down like that. So I do enjoy using this brush. It is soft. It's softer than the Crown brush. I can still feel those individual bristles poking at my skin a little bit, but not bad. I'm glad I, got to at least get exposure to this brand, and I do have a few more of their brushes I'll be using in this video. And next I'm gonna like bronze the outside of my face, do a little bit of contour. I'm a little nervous though. I don't know how this is gonna go because the contour that I use is pretty dark. I don't necessarily know if I want to go in with this Moda chisel brush like that, but we'll see. Y'all forgive me if this doesn't turn out great. Look at that. Okay, so right off the bat, I am not used to using these types of brushes and did a really shit job with my contour just now. So y'all forgive me. I'll buff it out. This is weird. I'm probably not even using this right. Let me try my nose real quick. I don't care for strong contour. I'm fine just to use like a fluffy brush and just go crazy. So now I feel ridiculous. I'm gonna try and use this to buff the rest of this out, but that did not go well. Okay, alrighty, so yeah, let me give you guys my overall thoughts on how I thought that this went real quick. Oh my gosh, so I don't know if I'm a chisel brush kind of gal. I will say this like groove, if you guys can see that on the brush, it's at a weird spot because I don't know what the purpose of having it in the middle of the brush is like that. Now, I know NARS has a type of brush like this. It's not the Yachio. There's another one that, and so does Becca. There's a few brands that have this kind of like doing sharp lines. The next time I use this, I will, kind of how I did my nose, just go in on the side of the brush. I will have to do that for carving out my cheekbone area. But it was nice to be able to drag it under the, you know, base of my face, kind of like that. That I did enjoy. I think you could use this if you're going to like cut a sharp jawline, like take your light banana, you know, yellow powder, whatever you're using, and use it to outline that. So I'm glad I got it in my Boxycharm because the retail value exceeds the cost of this brush set. I don't know if I would pick it up on its own, but it is really soft on the face. I was able to kind of get the contour back together. I'm going to go back through and bronze my face quickly off camera and pull the rest of the look together. I don't have any other brushes that I want to use for this part of the video. Actually, lies. I'm going to go ahead and do my bronzer and stuff on camera so you guys can see it, because I do have another brush that I would like to use. I'm going to use this Morpheme brush. It's the R7. It's a powder brush to do my bronzer. We're just going to see. It's a L'Oreal bronzer. I'm just going to put this all over, get a little bit on the brush, and then just kind of, ooh, it's soft. It's like soft in a weird synthetic-y kind of way. Let's see. It's like a weirdly, this brush feels a little weird, but I do like it. I do enjoy how it's sitting on the skin. Sorry, I'm not trying to show you all my bra straps, but with this brush, it's so long and it's kind of dense when you're, you know, putting pressure on it. You can't like smush it on your face. Like this large IT Cosmetics brush, I'm like beating this into my face. This, you're really just using the tip, but that part of it, this little part of the brush, does feel kind of soft. When I was carrying these brushes downstairs, some of the hairs, even this one, this hair is coming out, so this brush is clearly pretty cheap. I don't think it's their, you know, nicest line, but, you know, it's fine. You just kind of whisk a little bit of your desired product all over your face. This could potentially even handle contour, not even contour, but like your banana powder. Well, if you're not baking, just to kind of like brush it onto the skin, might not be the worst tool to use. So it's all right. This brush isn't bad. The set feels nice, but it is cheap, so the hairs are coming out. Okay, you guys, so next we're going to do a little bit of highlighting just so I can show you, oh wow, this gets so big. Next, so I can show you a side-by-side comparison of this mini beauty blender and as well as a Morphe brush that you can use for highlighting. I am shocked at how big this got. Whoa. Okay, all right, that's neat. So let me pick a highlighter and then I'll be right back. So I'm gonna sit a little closer so you guys can see me, and I just lost the highlighter that I wanted to use. Okay, here it is. All right. So on this side, on the right side, I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender and this mini Becca Opal highlight, I believe. Yeah, this is Opal. Sorry, this is Opal. It's what she looks like. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit. I'm gonna put, this isn't really coating the sponge all that well. You can see there's a little bit on the top, but I'm gonna try this. So let's see how this turns out. I really have no idea how this is going to go. So There you go. There she is. Howdy. So it is picking up some of the other face products that I have on. I am surprised at how big this got, but this isn't quite, you know, swaying me on sponges just yet. I don't know. It looks nice and light. So that could be a good thing. All right, let me try. I'm gonna make a point in a minute. I'm gonna have a opinion. I'm gonna go in with this Morpheme R14 on the other side of my face and see if yep, all right. This is laying it down nicely, but I think with this beauty blender will be good for if I want a nice, like, you can see the difference, like kapow, here we are. You can see me from space on the side of my face. This looks much lighter and more natural. This could be a great tool for a more natural highlight because it's like hit or miss with me in highlight. Sometimes I feel like I just have way too much on, and this is definitely giving a more natural look, which I enjoy. And both products also picked up some of my complexion products that I already had on my face. Darken that just so you guys can see. So that's got a little bit of face product on as well. But like, especially with my lupus and stuff, I don't like having my highlighter go all the way up that high, and it's a little bit harder. This brush is a little fat, so it is kind of hard to place it precisely where I want it. So, okay, beauty blender, I might reach for this little baby one next time I want to do a little bit of highlighting. So, okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll give it to it. This looks fine to wear in real life, so we're just gonna keep it as is. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Alright, you guys, so next up I have my eyes. I have a lot of products, combination of palettes, mascara, eyeliner, all that. So the only thing that I will not be using from the subscription box will be my eyeshadow primer. It's a Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. I'm just gonna do my eyes, give you guys my thoughts, and then finish out the rest of my face, because I do have a lip product that I want to show you guys, but it's just easier if I put on some music. Y'all can dance around a little bit. I'll finish my face, then I'll come back, versus stopping after each product. We'll be here for forever. I have a few thoughts. Oh my god. I have so many thoughts about all the stuff I just tried. My head is spinning. Okay, so let's start off with this palette. It's kind of low-key trash though. This palette is not as gummy as the other Tarte palettes that look like this. I accidentally nicked my brush into one and it just came out like super crumbly. You can do full looks with this, but like on camera my eyelids look really ashy. In real life they still look a little ashy, but it's a little bit bearable. They're really hard to blend out. These brushes had a hard time blending them out. This Motor brush in particular, like I just felt like the middle of it could have snapped as I was trying to get this together. I might go back over with like a medium dark brown after my mascara dries to just kind of cool down. I'm glad I put the grayish color down, but it needs to be warmed up with a little bit of brown, so y'all forgive me on that. These brushes are okay. The hairs on this Morphe brush were coming out, so again, it's pretty cheap. This Motor brush, it felt like it was gonna break in the middle, so with other formulations, this might have fared a little bit well, but I think that Tarte consistency it could not work through it. So those are my thoughts on that. This palette is not the best. You can do without it. I'm really not a huge fan of it. The next I used, what did I use next? Yes, This Bella Pierre pencil I think is not great. I'm gonna say it's pretty trash. It was skipping all over my eye. I had a hard time. Like, it was not going where I was putting it, which sounds absurd, but like I'm not the best with eyeliner, but this was just a struggle to use. Like, this isn't even curved, but like it just wasn't, it was skipping, it wasn't going on nicely, just wasn't. I'll pass on this line. This is the second time I'm trying something. I'm just like, I don't really need to pick anything up from them anymore. That was not very good. This line in general is starting to feel passable to me. So comment down below if there are any good products by Bella Pierre that would be worth picking up, because right now we're 2 for 2 for crap products. Next, I tried this Clinique primer and then paired it with the Ico Black Magic. So I have pros and cons for both of these. When I put this on, it's kind of like gummy. It's not quite wet. It's not as thick as the L'Oreal one. It's not as wet as the Chanel one. I could see that it was lengthening my lashes, but then when I paired this Ico one on top of it, my lashes just went crazy. I have falsies that I could put on, but I don't even want to put them on with this combo. It's going to be too much. So, sorry guys, I'll have to do that another day or on Instagram or something, but my lashes look crazy. They look like falsies. So if that's the look you're going for, this is a powerful duo. I would say really any primer in this would be an awesome duo. This brush, in terms of its design, I like how it's curved. It makes for doing your eyes just like real easy, because with a regular one, you're like hitting your eye at angles. So why not just curve the brush overall? Like, that's a pretty great design. So I enjoyed that. This I would pick up again. I really enjoyed this, because I do have other lash primers. This, for the price, try the L'Oreal one. Like, I don't necessarily know if this is the end-all be-all. I'm not sure if this even has any vitamins or extra goodness in it, so maybe take a look into that. But lash primers are helpful for giving your eyelashes vitamins, as well as taking your makeup off at the end of the day. It can be helpful to remove it quicker, easier, more comfortably if you do have a primer on. Alright, so that was all of the eye stuff. Lastly, I'm going to go in with this liquid lip. It's called Date Night by the Beauty Crop. I think it's hashtag Girl Power is what it looks like. It's kind of this mauve-y brown color, so I'm just going to swipe this on. It's got a really strong scent. It's like part chemicals, part florally, and I wasn't expecting this color necessarily. It does dry matte. I'm going to let it dry a little bit, round out my eyes, and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. What do I think? I really overall enjoyed being able to do this video for you guys, because this is the first time I've been able to use so many products. Typically it's like a handful of items, but I really got to get in here and try a lot of different things, give you guys some reactions. So I'm glad that the boxes ended up working well together. They don't always every month, but you know, hey, I think there are some real gems in here, some products I would definitely not recommend straight off the bat. I am really disappointed by this Tarte palette. I can see why it's on sale for Sephora's Weekly Wow for this week, kind of wrapping out the end of the week. It's really not great, and I generally enjoy using these palettes. Now, part of it could be that it's not necessarily as person of color friendly as some of the other palettes are, because I've had real success using those palettes. I really enjoy them, but the transition shades were not quite there. This might be a palette of toppers for me moving forward. Some of the shades were a little dry. The brushes had issues blending them out. I was just trying to do like a real simple look, y'all, and it wasn't giving it to me. So I'm glad to have extra brushes in my collection. Are these top-notch brushes? No. Will I reach for some? Yes. Will I probably not reach for others? You guessed it, yes. So comment down below if you enjoy any of these boxes. Throughout the video, I should have cards and links to everything for each of the individual boxes, as well as product information down below. Go ahead and check all that stuff out just to help round out my critique of all of these products. I do have information that I've included with those that I didn't include in this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if any of your reactions are on par with mine, or if it's like, Ansel, you're using that wrong. What are you talking about? Here, girl, it's amazing. I'll show you how to do it. I love hearing your thoughts. I love getting your feedback. So let me know if you enjoy any of these beauty boxes or any of these particular products, or if you have any recommendations. I would love to check them out. So thank you guys. Take care. Have a great rest of the day. I will see you guys shortly. Bye.